It is also possible to drip messages, to drip content inside of your chatbot. And there are actually two ways to do this, and I'm going to show you both ways because one has more advantages over the other one. So the first one, you will see I just set up two random flows, sequence 1, sequence 2, and I want to activate this in really sequence, right? So the way to do this, the first and a normal way, is by going to the tools section and then go to sequences of messages. So once doing this, we can go by adding a sequence, and we can say demo for now. And from here we can say plus message, and we can send the flow we want to. So let's say sequence 1 was the first one, and I want to send this immediately. So as soon as I trigger the sequence, I add a person to the sequence, then I want this first message to be sent directly. So the second message, let's go with sequence 2. You can send between hours, minutes, or days. So that's a possibility. So let's set it to minutes. And let's save this. So the way this works now, as you can see, we have two messages inside the demo sequence. If we go back and set up another flow, add to sequence, you can set up an action. So I will just put up an action only for this, and I will just make this my starting step, and then this will be my action block, and the action will be subscribe to sequence. And from here I'm going to get the demo sequence. That's everything I need for this flow right now. So what I'm going to do now is just set up a keyword by going to set up AI. I'm going to say add training phrase, and let's say just demo. And the bot response will be a flow that is add to sequence, because we added the action block here, which will enable the sequence, right? So these two messages. So let's save this. Let's hop on over to the front end, and let's send a message. So the message should be the keyword demo. So let's see if we trigger the first sequence, this first sequence message. So let's say demo. And you can see that message 1, the first sequence message, has been sent. And now we are going inside a 1 minute timer, basically, and then message 2 will be sent. So this is a way to be able to send drip content, but there is also another way. So let's wait for this 1 minute, and you will see the message 2 popping up as well. And as you can see, message 2 has now been sent after about a minute of delay. So how can you do this a little bit more efficiently as well? We can actually hop in back to the flows, and we can add these message 1 and message 2 inside of one flow really easily. So let's say this will be demo drip content. And the way to do this is by actually having the first message. So for example, message 1, that was the first sequence message we sent. And we can set this up inside the same flow as well. The only thing we need to do is go to the plus sign, going to add a waiting block. And we can now say, okay, we're going to wait. But the advantage here is that you can wait between days, hours, minutes, but also seconds. So especially when testing, it's really perfect to do this, because otherwise you will need to wait at least 1 minute for sequences for drip content to show the next message. So let's set it up for, let's say, 10 seconds. And let's continue after these 10 seconds. So I'm just going to fill in message 2. So you see how easy it is to set up drip content inside of one flow. Instead of going to sequences, select a message, then select the waiting time, select the second message, and so on. You can do this within one flow itself as well. So let's publish this and let's preview this. So if we preview, you will see message 1, right? And now within a few seconds, 10 seconds, message 2 will be received as well. As you can see, message 2. And this provides a whole new way of dripping content, because it's much more efficient to just put in a waiting block and then go to your next message. You can also select a next flow if you want to. So if you have a next flow, you can just use the option start flow and then go from there. So that is also an option. So dripping content can be done in two ways: using sequences, the first option, or just build it inside of one flow like I showed you with the second one.